Sailor Mini Moon Rini here, and apparently today I've been corrected. Apparently there was a Sailor Moon game that was released outside of Japan, and I believe it was released in the United States and Canada. Some Sailor Moon drop app. That's all I'm getting. You know, probably one of those games that only works through the Google Play, Apple Play app or those other ones. And most likely is probably only available for Google Android and the Apple iOS. Now, I have never played the game, never even heard the game. And until recently, I would have made the assumption that no Sailor Moon movie games were released, but it looks like I was wrong about that one. Now, a lot of people are going to say, how do you know about it? Well, one of my friends, I guess, or followers on YouTube recently commented on a movie that we made not too long ago, and we were talking about the before and the now. Well, and then games that the Sailor Moon games that never did come out. And how it was our win that, well, most likely we had beholdings to why they never came out back in the day, but really didn't know why. So apparently there is a Sailor Moon game. I guess it's called Sailor Moon Drop, I guess. It's a app. I'm guessing it's like I just mentioned, it's probably from the Google Play and the Apple iPlay and stuff like that. And it's probably only available if you have Google Android or Apple iOS or whatever that stands for. So chances are it probably isn't going to be available in the Google Web Store. And chances are, even if it is, you know how movie games work when they're on computers, right? They don't work that well. So anyway, apparently there was a Sailor Moon game that came out recently. So, but that's a surprise, since back in the day, Sailor Moon movie games never came out. And if they did, they were only in certain places. So recently, I guess Bandai and Toei must have recently made a new Sailor Moon game or something. And this one came out outside. This one was released in the United States and Canada, and I guess all the other English-speaking regions and countries, I'd assume. So anyway, I never played it. I never saw, and up until recently, I didn't even think it even was real, was even true. Well, probably is true, Now, if you're expecting some review of the game or some talk about it, most likely it's not going to happen. Number one, this is Google Chrome OS, and most likely that Sailor Moon game is probably not going to be on the Google Web Store. It's going to be on Google Play, on the Apple iOS, the Apple Play and stuff like that. So, and it's only going to be available for Google Android and Apple iOS. So, since I don't have a Google Play account, that's not going to work. And since I got no Weird Guild, that's certainly not going to work either. I got an idea that most likely it's not going to be in a Google Web Store either. So, that eliminates, so that's probably never going to actually be playing it. But anyway, I just want to say it was brought to my attention that there is a Sailor Moon game called Sailor Moon Drop. I guess that's what it's called. I'm not really necessarily sure about the name, but there was one that came out, that Toei and Bandai did make one. It did come out, I guess. How's it play? What's it about? I don't know. Only people who actually play the game probably would know, but I don't know. I would assume, like I keep saying, it's probably for Google Play and Apple iPlay, probably for Google Android and Apple iOS, and that's probably about it. So Well, let me know. If I bet you it's probably not going to be in a Google Web Store at all. You know, since I got Google Chrome OS, it's probably not going to be on a Google Web Store. So if it is, it is. But I have an idea it's probably not. But anyway, regardless of all that, there is a Sailor Moon game, and it did come out. So that's about it for me. I'm Sailor Mini Moon Rini. I'll see you later.